Let's bring in Katie Pavlich, news editor of townhall.com and a Fox News contributor. Katie, good to have you here. I want to start with this. There was a lot of attention given to the men on horseback, the Border Patrol on horseback, who were pushing people back who were trying to cross. And there were suggestions that they were using whips. They say they don't carry whips, that they had the reins of their horses that might have looked that way. And then Jen Psaki was asked about this on the plane on the way back from the UN meeting today. And I want everyone to listen to what she said here and get your response on the other side. Watch this. Listen to this.
Does the president believe those border agents to be punished in any way, or is he just going to wait for the investigation?
Again, there's a process in place for a reason. Obviously, we hope that investigation happens quickly, and it will determine, as was stated clearly in the Secretary's statement last night, what disciplinary action should be taken.
Katie, your thoughts on that whole thing?
Well, first, Martha, I think this is just another example of reporters writing and talking about things that they have no idea what they're talking about. If you know anything about Western horse riding, you know that those are reins, they are not whips. And yet you had Democratic operatives tweeting out these photos, and reporters jumped all over them and sent it all the way up to the White House yesterday with Jen Psaki answering a question yesterday. And she said, I don't have all of the context to the situation, but I'm not sure what the context would be for this to happen. Well, first of all, it didn't happen. These Border Patrol agents should be thanked for defending the country, for carrying out their job, to doing their duty to protect the country as people come into the country illegally and break the laws and resist arrest and refuse to take orders to not come over into the United States without permission and without legalization. And you had Jen Psaki repeating this vicious lie, and now they're saying that they want an investigation. And very clearly, these were not whips. These illegal immigrants were not being whipped in the river. They are being told to step back from an international border. I think that this whole thing has been desensitized in the sense that people think this is an issue of police brutality, or maybe things are just getting out of hand. We're talking about the sovereignty of a country here. And people seem to be offended that Border Patrol agents were simply doing their job, and now the White House wants an investigation into these patriotic, dutiful men who are protecting Del Rio, Texas, from an onslaught of illegal immigration. And then you have the State Department yesterday issuing a statement saying, well, I've talked to the Prime Minister of Haiti and indicated that it's very dangerous for migrants, illegal migrants, to come into the country. Well, where is the statement saying we're going to protect American communities on the border from this kind of onslaught of behavior and from refugee camps that are being set up inside of their communities, which of course leads to crime, which leads to health issues that we've seen, people not being tested for COVID. And again, the White House speaking out on an issue which they claimed at the beginning they actually didn't have full context on. So these agents have been completely smeared. And, you know, these border communities are grateful that somebody is stepping up to protect them from this increase and never-ending flow of illegal immigration.
It is stunning. I think you're right that people have become desensitized to it. I always, you know, ask myself, how would you feel if people started rushing the turnstiles at customs at an airport, you know, as you enter the United States, and just climbing over them and coming into the country? That's what's happening at the southern border. Can you imagine what it would be like if that happened at one of our other ports of entry? Katie, thank you very much. We've got to leave it there.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.